It's a Saturday morning after a week at work. This morning I got home and had something to eat. And then I had my first dram, which was, uh, what was that drink that I had? It was the Alberta Premium rye, bottled at 40%. Then I moved over to a Michter's rye. And from the Michter's, I went towards the Lot 40. And then after the Lot 40, I had Weiser's Double Still rye. Not being quite satisfied with that, I had a Elijah Craig 12 Kentucky Straight Bourbon, about so deep. Each of those was about so deep. But now the curiosity is getting the better of me, and I gotta try this. This here is about 40 milliliters of Elijah Craig Bourbon Proof. No, not Bourbon Proof, Barrel Proof. And this was supplied to me by Bubba and the Beard down in Virginia. And they sent me this sample of what the Scotch test dummies would call WOW. So instead of a bottle of WOW, maybe it's a sample of WOW. And no wonder it leaked. There's no gasket in here. It's just a metal. Oh, it's got quite an aroma too. It's just a metal lid on a glass jar. So I'm going to give it a pour. Might as well pour the whole thing because the whole thing would make a reasonable sized dram, 40 mils. And as I coat the glass with the liquid, this is a fresh glass, a clean glass. Whoa! It has legs. It has such legs that I don't know if you can see that. Wait, let me get this up, get to the camera, kinda. And it's just sticking to the sides of the glass. See those legs? I don't know if you can. There, look at that leg there. Look at that. That's just hanging on to the side of the glass. That is incredible. That is just stuck to the side. Excuse me a moment while I get something to stop making noise here. Let me just shut off my external drives. Shut up, why don't you? iMovie is using it? I don't know. Could not be used. What the hell? Yes, folks, that was a fart. What? This could not be ejected because iMovie is using it. Well, I have to shut off iMovie, but I can't do that because I'm using iMovie right now. So I'm sorry about that little delay. I have had no fewer than 5 grams in me yet, but so far, okay. I was being, I poured myself the size of dram that I would normally pour myself. And I have plenty of water here. On the side. So this is the Elijah Craig Barrel Proof I don't know what the exact alcohol by volume is on this one, because there are 12 different batches of it, and I don't know which batch this one is. They did not supply me with that information, but Bubba and the Beard have given me something that has a lovely nose. I'm getting a bit of rye, I'm getting vanilla, caramel. I'm also getting ABV. I'm getting alcohol. I'm getting alcohol that would act as an anesthetic. But there's a lot going on here. Definitely a lot going on here. There's brown sugar. There's a little bit of anise seed. There's a rye bite. There's caramel. There's a lot of good things, including anesthetic. I'm of the opinion that this is a high alcohol content that will require the addition of some water. However, brown sugar, caramel, vanilla, rye. I dig deep down, I get some mint. I get some minty notes from the rye, probably. Yeah. This doesn't hurt to spend some time with it. Now the mint and the vanilla are coming together in an embrace. They're holding together. I'm digging a little deep here, but that's what I'm getting. A really, really powerful, beautiful, wonderful nose. Okay, I'll say wow. This has got a wow nose, but still, somewhere in there, there's a high alcohol by volume, or high proof, as you want to call it, that takes some of the flavor away. Because even though there are other things there's vanilla, there's some toffee, there's some caramel, there's some mint, there's still some anesthetic. It's there. That anesthetic is there. That high alcohol by volume is still there. It wouldn't be fair to taste this without tasting it neat. And of course, since I've poured the whole frickin' sample in it, I'm going to put this bottle sideways, this jar sideways, so that if there are any residual drops in there, they're gonna end up in here, and I'm going to end up ingesting them. Oh. Do you know what? I'm just going to shut that off. There. Yeah, it's this not ejected properly. Well, fuck off. It's not even using that. Ah, more brown sugar, more minty notes, like wintergreen. There's enough complexity here to keep you going. But before I actually taste it, I'm going to really cleanse my palate, because I had the Elijah Craig 12 before. I got some water and I got an oat cake right here. This will kill any remnants of any flavor of anything I've had before. And the way it does this is quite interesting. These oatcakes from the Orkney Islands of Scotland are so dry that they soak up every last little drop of saliva that's in your mouth that may be containing the taste of something you had before. They're like a great big whiskey sponge that just sucks all the whiskey away. So that what you taste is what is in the glass after you've done this. I know I'm being a little bit dramatic in drawing this out, but you have to understand how long I've been wanting to try this. And that it's simply not available here. And I'm just thrilled that Canada Customs didn't take apart the package. Meanwhile, I'm hoping that Bubba and the Beard are trying some Canadian whiskeys that I sent them. Oh. This has to be a ritual almost. And I'm taking my sweet time with it. Just nosing. You know, as it's been in the glass for a while, the high alcohol anesthetic seems to have been mellowing down. It seems to have been settling down. And now I'm getting a beautiful nose of vanilla, caramel, and some of that minty note from the rye. Wintergreen from the rye. It's quite a lovely cocktail. Far more intense and far more flavorful than you would get from the small batch or the 12. And it's much more well-rounded than what I experienced from the likes of Booker's, where Booker's tends to have one note. This has got the whole spectrum covered. I could go smelling this all day. We're nearing 14 minutes now. And I've just been nosing it and enjoying the nose and getting off on it. Even though I've had like 4 ryes and 1 bourbon already. This is, the others went, you know, zoom, 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 zoom. But this is, I'm taking my time with it. Oh. More vanilla. It seems the deeper I dig, and I'm digging deep here, I'm getting more vanilla, more caramel, more of that mint note. In terms of complexity, it is not extreme. But in terms of boldness and forwardness, what's really nice about it is Okay, I am getting a bit of fruit. Now that all the anesthetic has worn off. In between the layers of caramel and mint and vanilla, I'm getting a bit of cherry. And there's something else surfacing now. This is, maybe the complexity is there. Hold on. Okay, there's an anise seed. It's subtle though. The anise seed is subtle. And when at first I got a fair amount of brown sugar, I'm not getting too much now. Now I'm getting that anise seed. And yes, there it is. Tootsie Roll chocolate. Oh, this is wonderful. Okay, this is a sample of WOW. Yeah, I'll grant you that. More vanilla. More vanilla. That chocolate note was there, but there it is. Tootsie Roll chocolate. Nestle Quick. But no sugar in there. It's like Fry's cocoa. And now I'm getting a little bit of plasticine. Or is it even auto body bondo? Wow. Okay, you got me. Wow. Ah. I know I'm taking a long time with this one, but it deserves it. There is a shit hell of a lot load going on here. And I'm not saying that like a drunk. I'm saying that like someone who's between the states of sobriety and the more I coat the glass, the more of that chocolate note I'm getting. It's like a chocolate and vanilla. It's like you can imagine a chocolate and vanilla ice cream where you've got a scoop of chocolate and a scoop of vanilla, and your tongue is just going right over the whole thing. And very nice. Very nice. I think I got something else there. I got something a little spicy, maybe. Oh, it's elusive. It's gone now. The spicy... Surprisingly enough, although there are a lot of caramel and some mint, spearmint, and wintergreen. And did I say caramel as well as vanilla? I'm not getting anything that you could say is really oaky. The flavors within the oak seem to be differentiating themselves and giving me the ability to pick them apart. Not that there are boatloads of them, but the few that there are distinct. And every sniff is a little different. Fabulous. We're almost at 20 minutes. I'm going to have a last oat cake bite. And I have here some water to wash it down. No, it's a wet oat cake. Doesn't matter. I like the taste of them, even though they're kind of plain. Oh, here we go. After all this time, I will actually ingest some of this. Mm. 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 Wow. While I had it in my mouth, it was going up the nose from the inside and trying to make its way out. I'm sure that there are vapors just like bubbling out of my nose right now. Ooh. That's the other whiskeys talking, and copious amounts of water that I have had to drink. Pardon me. Yeah. Let's see now. That first impression was quite a blast. That just went zoom into my mouth and tried to come up my nose. And I still had some oatcake in my mouth, so I'm going to have to do this again to give it justice. Ah, this is beautiful. This has the same notes I was talking about before. It's got some of that Tootsie Roll and some of that vanilla, and some of that caramel. But the Tootsie Roll and vanilla are more forward than the caramel is right now. Vanilla, Tootsie Roll, wintergreen. And not so much on aesthetic now that I've gone deeper. Of course, this has probably lost 2 or so points of ABV just by being in the air and evaporating. And look at, I don't know if you can see that. Look at those legs. They're just sticking to the sides of the glass like that. Can you see that? Can you see that? That line that's just right along there, well, from down here and up that way, that is just sticking to the sides. It's like a rim of fire around there. It's like and not dripping off, it's just sticking there. What is this, like 57 or 60% alcohol by volume? It's just sticking there. Oh, more caramel is inserting itself right now. Oh, it's almost sacrilegious to put water in this. And every other strong bourbon that I have had before in the past, I have added water to it just because it was not right. I've added water to Booker's. I've added water to the 60%, or should we say 120 proof Knob Creek. But this, I'm scared that water will wreck the nose. And there's some of that Tootsie Roll chocolate again. Yum! Oh. Okay, let's give it one. Mm. Ah. If that don't clean everything. My teeth. My teeth have never been so clean before in their life. Anything you might have in terms of cold sores or just skin hanging off the inside of your mouth, obliterated, gone. And my teeth have this pearly smoothness that they don't usually have. This has cleaned everything out. It's making my eyes water a little bit. That's probably from the high ABV. But the aftertaste I'm getting is Tootsie Roll and vanilla. And it's just hanging in there as an aftertaste. The aftertaste hangs on and on and on. Even in the aftertaste, I'm getting some caramel, but not as prevalent as the Tootsie Roll and vanilla. I am enjoying this dram so much. Thank you, Bubba and the Beard. Thank you very much, Lloyd Fink. Thank you. This is a fine contribution to my whiskey journey. Now that I've tasted it, I'm getting something else. I'm getting, how do I place this? For a bourbon, this is so complex. I'm getting a cereal note. Is it corn? Is it rye? Is it maybe a bit of malted barley? There is something else going on here that I didn't notice before. It's like a dryness. It's like oats. I don't think there's any oats in here, but you know what? I'm going to bring the ABV down just a tad and see what happens when I add some water to this. It was really grand straight up, but not harsh, just overpowering. And even though I've gotten past the anesthetic character by letting it be in the glass for this long, let me add some. Get out of there. You know, the ABV is so high that this, whatever was in the glass has evaporated out. Whatever was in this jar has evaporated right out. So there you go. A fresh resurgence of mint. Wintergreen. It's fresher now. It's not so anesthetic like it was after I added some water. More of a caramel note than there was before. And layers of caramel and vanilla. There's the mint too. Delicious. Maybe now it will be more palatable and won't try to come out my nose when I give it a sip. It's Tootsie Roll. Marvelous. I know I'm going on here. Oh, more Tootsie Roll. More of that milk chocolate that's had some time to expose itself to the air and turn light in color. I believe they had that in the kosher section of the supermarkets in Montreal. Yeah, there was a company called Lieber. Lieber, I think, made this. Something that a chocolate that tasted like this bourbon smells at this point with some water added. Ah, lovely, complex layers of flavor. I know I've gone over half an hour, but this stuff, this sample of WOW, deserves it. Oh my. And if you take your time with something like this, it really rewards you. Oh, Tootsie Roll, Lieber chocolate, Fry's cocoa. Oh, the chocolate comes right out now that I've added water, a lot more than before. And there's a bit of caramel left, and there's a little bit of vanilla, but the chocolate notes are really coming out. Mm. Mm. The ABV is still pretty high. I'm going to just give it a little more water. You know what I'm getting now? I'm getting bananas. I'm getting bananas in the aftertaste, where there was still quite a bit of alcohol in there. And the vanilla and the caramel, I'm getting bananas. What other fruits am I getting? Curiously, I'm not getting a lot of cherry on the palate. But now I'm getting a little bit of cherry in the nose. And I might not have a lot of sample left. My sample of WOW. Let's try some more again. I hope this isn't too long and drawn out for you, because I am enjoying the shit out of this. Oh, okay, this is watered down quite a bit. Let's oat cake it. Cleanse the palate some more. I wonder if I'll break a record. The record for the longest whiskey review. The longest single whiskey review. Take a rest from this baby. Now, if you don't watch the whole thing, I'll understand. It's all right. You got a life to live too. Why would you want to live in mine? But I am in my element right now. I'm just focused on this dram. And this to me requires time because of what's in there. The different flavors, the complexity, the quality. I only wish I could buy this here. Did I say thank you to Lloyd Fink? Thanks again. And Terva Sex, I hope I pronounced it correctly. Now I'm getting a little less chocolate. I don't believe that I have drowned this in any way. I've just been peeling away the layers of the onion. Oh, yeah. More chocolate, Tootsie Roll. A little bit of vanilla. A little bit of wintergreen. Not overly complex, but what there is standing out. Still, after I've given it quite a bit of water. Ah, rich and thick and chocolatey. Oh my, this is good. You were not joking when you talked about that I had to try this. No. This one is hard to beat. I don't believe I've had a better bourbon in my entire life. This is the top bourbon. And I will most definitely know when a better one comes along, because this is a treat and a half, my friends. And I know I've been going on for almost 40 minutes, but this is super stuff. Ah. Creamy now. Creamy. Cream. Cream. Creamy. Oh man, this is a beguiling little dram. Anytime I see this anywhere, I'm gonna get some more. Shall I travel to the United States? I will get some more. But Bubba and the Beard, you did a great deed by allowing me to partake of this experience. I want to thank you again. I cannot thank you enough for the opportunity to enjoy this. I don't have anything left in here to toast you with. Even though there's nothing here to toast you with anymore, I will say to your good health, to everyone's good health, and Terva Sex.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Food Quig.
Yeah.